Get ready for Tobago Starquest Next Level 2024. Join us for an unforgettable night of talent and excitement as Tobago Starquest, in collaboration with Tobago Updates, presents the first semi-final on Thursday, November 14th, 2024, and the second semi-final on November 28th, 2024 at 7 p.m. at the Shore Park Complex. Celebrate the incredible talent from across Tobago's communities and witness a showcase like no other. Admission is just $50. Don't miss your chance to support the stars of tomorrow. See you there.
Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago. Now, as you just saw on our screen there, this morning we are chatting all about the Tobago Starquest. And I have joining me online Mr. John Arnold, who is the producer of the Tobago Starquest. Now, Tobago Starquest, as indicated before, is in collaboration with Tobago Updates and all of Tobago's talent. Good morning, Mr. Arnold, and welcome.
Morning, and hello and good morning to your viewers and your listeners.
Right, and we have been looking on, and we have been seeing a number of talented Tobagonians coming forward, having a number of viral moments throughout the season so far. We've seen persons cutting out clips and posting it on their WhatsApp pages and creating all the memes and stuff like that. But outside of it being fun and entertaining, it is also a key demonstration of the type of talent that we can harness here on the island of Tobago. Tell us a bit about some of the amazing talent that you have seen throughout the season so far.
Yeah, so first off, let me just say that, no kudos to me. It's a team of us. I like to give everybody their credit. And the Tobago Starquest team is a team of about 6 or 7 of us that very concerned about the creatives in the space and opportunities to showcase their talent, and also about communities coming alive, communities being strengthened through the use of the performing arts as a kind of corridor for success and so on, and opportunities. So from where we sit, we've worked assiduously for the last maybe 4 or 5 months. And from August, as you know, and you've stated, we've had the preliminary sessions. And the exciting thing about it for me is the amount of talent that has now come from Belgarden, Roxborough, Buku, Blackrock, Plymouth, Canaan, Lambo, Castara. So it has really covered the north, east, south, western parts of Tobago. And for me, that augurs well, because I think it demonstrates strongly that we have communities that have real good talent. The issues now we'll have to address as we move forward would obviously be the elements of training and development, which I'm very, very passionate about. And in that way, we can build some sustainable products in Tobago. So we have the 2 semifinals coming, and one is actually next week on Thursday, November the 14th at Shore Park. But we can talk.
Excellent. And as you spoke a bit on the idea of, training and expansion of the talent, the winner of the Tobago Starquest, what type of talent management would be rendered to that person?
Well, that's an excellent question. So first, let me answer by saying, as you know, the majority of the performers that would be seen in the semifinals are singers. But the beautiful thing about the singers is that they cover a number of genres. So, from dancehall to pop to R&B to gospel, hip hop, calypso, soca, reggae. So I love that about it. But also remember, we also have dancers. We have folk dancers. We have ballroom dancers. We even have one magician who is a mentalist, who is going to be part of the semifinals. And let me just say that, to answer your question, yes, the overall winner will get $100,000, and that's the big end prize. But more than that, we are hoping that people will obviously see some of these talented people in the space, in the ecosystem of the performing arts and so on, and that these can probably be opportunities to say, hey, this is somebody we can work with. So we have not been able to say for this program that we have a training and development aspect after. However, for next year, one of the visions we have, and we're already in discussions, is a program that will start early in the year for training and development, right? Specifically for persons who want to participate in this kind of show so that we kind of move the talent and increase the quality. And so by the time they take part, you can be assured that the preliminaries themselves would be of all star quality.
Right. And would this be sort of like a boot camp style artist training workshop?
No, the way I envisage it, and I mean, this has not been discussed with my team, but the way I envisage it, and I would obviously share it with them, is something that's a little, instead of just a concentrated boot camp kind of thing, I would like to see something that runs for like 5 months, a January to May, a January to April, or whatever. Um, for some months, 5 to 6 months. And during that time, I think we'll be able to monitor and evaluate and see the progress of people rather than a boot camp, which is a kind of shot in the arm process. So I
Right.
think that's what we're looking at. And hopefully, let me just say it early. What's exciting, why people need to come to these semifinals, is you have 18 on the 14th and you have another 18 on the 24th. But beyond that, we are only picking 10 finalists. So I don't have to tell you from 38, 36, 38. Well, 19, yes, it's 19 on one week and 18 on the other. So we're talking, yes, 37, somewhere around there. And basically, from that, we will be picking 10. Now, you must know to pick 10 from 37 is a real task. And we're hoping that we will get the finest and the creme de la creme of Tobago for the finals, which takes place on December the 14th. And by the way, the cover charge is just $50 next week.
Excellent. And even with this lead up boot camp, well, sorry, training session, do you think we would be able to get some footage of that as well during the show? You know, kind of like how it's structured on, let's say, for instance, America's Got
What do you
Talent.
mean for
You
next?
see those cutaway images of them, in training or the lead up
Right.
story and all of that.
Yeah, so let me just make it clear that we are doing a training session for the finalists. So for the finals, we are running a training session for the singers, a workshop for the dancers, and basically covering the aspects of performance, presentation, how you work on your technique, right? We're very strong on technique, both for the singers and diction, intonation, pitching, projection. So we are hoping to do that, yes, for the finalists this year. But the program I was talking about was more futuristic for next season, which is 2025. So we're hoping to kick that off in January of 2025.
Excellent. And when it comes to the semifinals that we're going to be seeing, this is going to be happening at the Shore Park Cultural Complex. And there's 2 nights and it's only $50. So you have on Thursday the 14th as well as Thursday the 28th. You
Yeah.
have those two groups coming to perform. And from those two groups, we will have 10 persons coming into the finals. Now, is there any voting component that's going to be attached to the finals?
Right. So let me tell you what we have done, interestingly, to make sure that we balance it. So none of the judges you saw in the preliminary sessions will be in the finals. So we have brand new judges for the semifinals, and what we have done is a judicious mix of 2 Trinidad judges and 3 Tobago judges. And we think they are all experienced, they're very, very well qualified. And these semifinalists are going to be fresh to their eyes and to their ears. And we hope that this will allow a certain level of objectivity and fairness. We are still deliberating at our committee stage as to whether or not we will do public kind of voting. We do understand the population to be a very small population of 60,000, and that can be, in terms of how people can manipulate that, unlike things like AGT, which is millions all over the place. So we're thinking about it to do that for the finals. And certainly it will probably be a hybrid situation where we do a certain percentage, which will go towards social media votes, and the rest of it will be the judges who decide. So we're thinking about it, and we'll certainly let everyone know that as we finalize on that.
Excellent. And why is it so important for persons to come out on the 14th and the 28th to be a part of this amazing event?
I like that question. That's probably the best question. I like that. Yeah, why? Now, there are several reasons why it's important. One, I think in terms of supporting Tobago talent, one. Two, an opportunity for entertainment, an opportunity for leisure, an opportunity to come out and have recreation in terms of the kind of entertainment. The third big reason for me would be the kind of community support. We need communities to support those persons. And on Facebook, we're talking about the communities and people who are representing these communities. Because I think by building communities and strengthening communities and using the performing arts as a platform for identity and representation and so on, I think that really, really will redound to a kind of society that's very supportive of us and obviously claiming our identity in what the mantra that's been promoted as the greatest little island on the planet. So all these things help to contribute to that. And I think the performing arts and culture and expression certainly will augur and do well for us here.
Right. And, as we wrap up the discussion, is it still possible for sponsors and partners to come on board for the semifinals and the finals, or would that be for the next season of the event?
No. That door is wide open for sponsors. As a matter of fact, anybody hearing us this morning and want to offer a prize for the best dance group, a prize for the best kaiso singer, a prize for the best dancehall artist, feel free to contact me. That's very, very, very easy, or they can leave the message with you all at Tobago Updates because you all are partners with us. So yes, we are open door. That door is so wide open because anything that would help to support what we are trying to do here by lifting the standards and raising the standards and creating the platform, the showcase platform, and also the opportunities, right, which is so important for young people in their development later on. And also the opportunities for amateur performers from the community.
Right. And do you think that events like these require much more support than you have seen in this first installment?
Yes. I'm glad you asked that. That's what we need. I mean, for the society to grow and for us to develop and for us to create sustainability in some of these areas. And by that, I mean continuity for future development of the other people that's going to join us on the planet. We have to set these things up now. And I'm really, really hoping that more and more business persons, right, on this island, and that's increasing. We now have a new airport coming. It's going to be more business coming. It's going to be more opportunities on the island. So we are hoping the corporate sector, wherever they are, small, medium sized enterprises, everybody, we hope that they can certainly support this initiative, because although this is the first year, we're hoping that we can build it out next year and the future years ahead.
Excellent. And I believe that this would also be a part of one of those staple events here in Tobago that persons would look forward to every year.
Yes.
Now, we
That's
have
it.
to unfortunately wrap up this morning, but Mr. Arnold, I
Thank
want
you
to
very much.
thank you and your team so much for all that you have been doing to help harness talent here in Tobago, specifically with the orange economy, and giving the support to the creative sector. Guys, we want to thank you so much for being a part of this morning's discussion. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your comments, and all that you have been doing to make Tobago Updates the #1 broadcaster here on the island of Tobago. Again, thank you and have a great day.